When it comes to power, prosperity, and psychic work, we really need to be talking about cinnamon. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite hood healer. It's your favorite hood high priestess. It's your favorite motivational dominatrix. It's your favorite auntie, captain, goddess, king, LadySpeech in the place to be. And I want to welcome you back to this here channel. You could be anywhere in the world, absolutely, positively anywhere in the world. As a matter of fact, you are somewhere on this planet, somewhere in this world, and you're also taking a bit of time and a bit of space to share it with me. So thank you for that. If you like what I'm doing, if you like what you see, if you're feeling this, if you're feeling me, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notifications bell, so you can be here for all my shenanigans and happenings and whatnots and ins and outs and things. Never forget, darling, I'm always here for you. Anytime you press play, anytime you press replay. Now, let's get into this video, shall we? You know what time it is. 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 It is dun 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 dun. It is Herb of the Week time with LadySpeech. That's right, we're back again with yet another installment. I like talking to you all about herbs. My pretties. My pretties. Today, as you can see from the title, we're talking about cinnamon. It is a staple, and this is yet another herb you can go to the grocery store and mess around with and get. Do you understand me? Cinnamon is a tried and true and a staple, and not only so many cuisines around the world, but also in a lot of magic spells and a lot of magic happenings. So today we're gonna talk about cinnamon. I love cinnamon for that reason. A lot of people can get to it, and it's good for a few things. So let's hop into it. Shall we go over the basics first? The magic that is cinnamon. Let's talk about the element. You already know what its element is. Fire. As hot as it is, it brings the heat. And if it brings the heat and its element is fire, you know that its planet is the sun, most appropriately. Interestingly enough, it is associated oftentimes with the divine masculine energies. And interestingly enough, it is oftentimes associated, even though its planet is the sun, the deity Aphrodite is closely connected with the lovely herb that is cinnamon. The mystical, magical powers and properties of cinnamon. When it comes to the amplification of psychic powers, cinnamon can help with that. When it comes to love and lust work, cinnamon has been known to assist with that. When it comes to healing and general success, cinnamon has been known to uplift that. When it comes to power and protection, cinnamon has been known to promote that. Well, how does one use cinnamon in the magical sense? Incense, baby. Incense. Burn it. Now, I've been playing with the cinnamon stick in this video. What you can do is grate this over some charcoal and burn it to attract protection, to attract lust, to attract love, you know, all of those things. You can burn it loosely if you have loose cinnamon, if you have it just in the, say like most of us do, just as a seasoning in your seasoning you know, bottle. You can just sprinkle that loosely on some incense to burn it. A lot of people utilize it in sachet making as well, or mojo bag making as well. Again, you want to be careful because we do know cinnamon to be spicy, okay? So cinnamon for some people can burn them, all right? So you want to be very, very careful. If I end up using cinnamon in a sachet or a mojo bag that I make for someone else, I always let them know. I actually let everybody know what elements and herbs are in the bags that I make, just in case they have an allergic reaction. And so I don't use a lot of it if I'm putting it in a sachet or a bag. Or even if I'm gonna carry cinnamon, I tend to actually put it with something else, especially if I'm carrying it in a sachet, to act as kind of like a barrier. And not only, and I'll choose the herb wisely so that it enhances the you know, the magic of the cinnamon that I'm calling on, but I will oftentimes utilize it with another herb so that there's a little bit of a barrier there and it's not just against my skin. It adds another protective element to it. So you can drink it, you can eat it. Again, cinnamon, for all you kitchen witches out there, one of the simplest forms of magic, once again, is cooking. So utilizing cinnamon where it is appropriate. If a recipe calls for cinnamon, even if you weren't doing any magic, but if you notice that a recipe calls for cinnamon, you can take a moment with that cinnamon to activate whatever it is that you need in your life. If you're looking for more protection in your life, if you're looking to enhance your success, if you're looking to enhance your psychic powers, really praying on and into and enhancing and calling on those elements that are present within cinnamon to be active within whatever dish that you're making or whatever drink that you're making. So those are the ways that most people utilize this. Every once in a while, I will add this to my personal bath. Have I added this into anyone else's bath? I don't think I have. That's been a natural thing. I will oftentimes prescribe and make spiritual baths for my clients. If they don't have access to the elements, then I'll create the spiritual bath for them, custom. I have never been called to add cinnamon to someone else's bath. I have been called to add it into mine. So again, because it does bring the heat. It does bring the heat on a very real level. I don't add a lot of cinnamon to the spiritual bath, and I never bathe with cinnamon by itself. I'm not into just the cinnamon bath, okay? I did a video, I believe I did it during Vlogmas, that was all about cinnamon brooms, okay? So you can check through my catalog and look for that if you wanna know all about the great things about cinnamon broom. You can see actually in this video the cinnamon broom that's hanging over my balcony door. And cinnamon brooms are often used for protection. So cinnamon brooms are calling on the protective element of cinnamon, okay? So it's very, very strong. A lot of times the essence of it, the energy of it, the smell of it, the taste of it is very, very strong. So a little bit goes a long way with cinnamon. But cinnamon is one of those things, an everyday magic thing you can get into the habit of utilizing and connecting with. A lot of us already have a connection to cinnamon. We might enjoy, you know, cinnamon treats, cinnamon and sugar treats and things of that nature. So if you already have an affinity towards cinnamon, maybe go a little bit deeper into that. Work with it a little bit deeper. But again, I I would not suggest, I want to reiterate this, Spirit just told me to reiterate this, even though I utilize it in my spiritual baths, I'm not necessarily advising you to do that. Because again, it's hot. I don't want you over here suing me because you didn't got into a hot bath, okay? I'm not suggesting that for anybody else. It is something, an element that I've been working with for a very long time. I've been making spiritual baths formulations for a long time. I trust my formulations, and I've never been hurt, spiritually, physically, or otherwise, because of any of my formulations. So cinnamon, for the most part, utilize it, eating it, utilizing it in your food making practice, utilizing it in your tea practice is good, and burning it is going to be good. Cinnamon is not something I often utilize in floor washes, even though I imagine it can be. It probably has a staining element to it though. So if you have white floors, I would not suggest that, or linoleum, I wouldn't suggest that. But if you have wood floors, I have wood floors, so I don't think I wouldn't mind like putting a little bit of cinnamon in there. It's not gonna, you know, stain it super bad. But if it does, then it's a wood floor, so you probably won't be able to tell. So that might be an idea for using it. So yeah, using it in sachets. Those are a couple of ways that you can utilize cinnamon. And for the most part, how do yeah, food stuff. Really food stuff, I have burned it. I probably use it the most in food stuff and burning it. Actually, I'm gonna be super honest with you. Candle work is where I utilize cinnamon the most. That's where I utilize cinnamon the most. Every once in a while, I will add it to a spiritual bath. I do burn it from time to time. But in my candle work, this is where I get down the most with cinnamon. This is where I get down the absolute most with cinnamon. So when I'm dressing candles for myself and burning them, when I'm burning them for other people, when I'm burning them in the name of protection, love, I also like to utilize cinnamon to heat things up, but with a love element, you know. Chili is something that, and I'm gonna do a whole video about chili and chili pepper and different chilies and things of that nature. Chili and chili flakes are often used to heat up spells or to light a fire under something to add a bit of urgency to things. I find that often also can bring a very angry also energy to that heat. I like to add cinnamon to things when I need an urgency, a sense of urgency added, when I need some heat added, but I want it to come from a space of love, you know? So I often use cinnamon as a heating energy in spell work to heat things up, to push things forward from a place of love. Almost like, you know, when you're receiving loving but firm encouragement from someone who is invested in your future in a good sense, who actually loves and cares for you. This is the energy that I often come with, that I utilize cinnamon in. So yes, definitely heavy on the eating it, heavy on the drinking it and consuming it, heavy on the burning it, and heavy on the using it in my candle work. So those are some of my favorite ways to use it. And also, again, what I really love about cinnamon is that it's accessible. You can go to this cinnamon in particular came from a local grocery store. And also this is something that I love to go to international grocery stores to get. I love to go to neighborhood mom and pop grocery stores to get, you know, foreign grocery stores to get. It's something that you can find in a lot of places. So it's something that it's easy to get. It covers a lot of bases, and it's one of my go-tos. It's one of those things that is a go-to. So that's that on cinnamon. That's that on heat. That's that on herb of the week. If you made it to the end of this video, gold star for you. Mwah! Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know in the comments if you found this video useful. Also, let me know in the comments what is one of your favorite ways to utilize cinnamon okay? Let me know one of your favorite mystical, magical ways to use cinnamon is. Also, let me know one of your favorite kitchen witchery ways to use cinnamon. Like, do you have a special dish that you like to use cinnamon in? How do you work with cinnamon? Let me know, let me know, let me know. Let me know, let me know, let me know. As always, if you benefit from this content, always feel free to show your verbal appreciation. Let me know in the comments. Also, feel free to share with anybody that you feel like this content is appropriate with. Subscribe, and keep up with all that I do. Always feel free to show your financial appreciation as well. My Cash App is LadySpeech, and my Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. If you are new here, let me know by putting a caterpillar in the comments, darling. And if you are old school here, let me know by putting a butterfly in the comments, darling. Well, that's it for this video. I'm having a blast doing this series. What herb will they do next? Find out and stay tuned. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and let you have a good day, have a good evening, have a good afternoon, have a good mid-morning, have a good middle of the night, have a good whenever you encounter this video, have a wonderful week, have a beautiful month, have an excellent year, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.